Hi, I'm Reba Hervis, Artistic Director at Overshadowed Theatrical Productions. Welcome to this episode from the Wings. Hi, Rebecca.
How
Thank
you doing?
for joining me. I am really great. What about you?
I'm good, but I know I'm about to get riled up.
Yeah, because you know what we're talking about today.
I do.
This week, I heard about something, and you already know, but I don't know if you guys know because I just learned about it.
But you're about to know, and you are going to share this video with anyone who has kids, with anyone who has teenagers, with anyone who is an adult. You're going to share this video.
This show targets 18 through 34-year-olds. When I was growing up, there were several things that were just like really implanted in me as a believer, right? I remember not knowing, obviously, when the second coming was going to happen, and being a little afraid of, are we going to be here? Are we not going to be here? Am I really saved? What's going on?
No.
I am not a conspiracy theorist.
No.
But I really don't love the whole cashless society because of how I grew up. And so
Yeah.
this idea that they're
You're like, don't rush it.
right? I'm like, I mean, we're
Yeah.
living out things that we used to talk about when I was in high school, and we're like, that can
That'll
never
never
happen.
happen.
And even things like, well, we would be so outraged as a Christian that we would never do that. So let's tell you what the name of the show is. The name of it is Little Demon, and it is a Disney show. Now,
Surprise, surprise.
we know that we've had Disney being controversial for a lot of months now.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that a lot of the things that Disney was doing, I was like, well, it's not a Christian company. So like,
At least they're on the fence. At
I
least
buy
they're not-
Clorox,
yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
still supporting things that I don't want to
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
And I'm like, meh. This is not good, guys. This is something that we need to be outraged about this show. The first episode of the premiere season, which is currently streaming right now, is called First Blood.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. I don't even know what it's about, but I just don't even like that it's named that, because the only blood that matters to me when we're talking about that kind of stuff, it makes me automatically think of what God did for me, shedding his blood for me.
Amen.
I don't want Satan
Amen.
to have anything to do with that
Amen.
conversation.
Amen.
So
Amen.
there is a group called 1 Million Moms, which I have not heard of before, but I love that there are 1 million moms that are petitioning to have this
Wow.
show removed.
Wow.
And the only way, and I think we've said this before, the only way we are going to make a difference in this world is if we stand up and we are vocal about things that we are outraged about and say, I will not stand for this.
Yep.
13 years after being impregnated by Satan, a reluctant mother and her Antichrist daughter attempt to live an ordinary life. The show makes light of hell, and it makes light of the dangers of demons and that whole realm.
Oh my God.
How can you take any conversation about demons and Satan and the Antichrist and try to color it and make it attractive and wrap it in this ribbon of comedy to make it look appealing to people who will let down their filter that they have and just welcome Satan?
So they're making it a comedy. Because who is their
Yes.
cast? Like, do they have like comedians?
I know that Danny DeVito, who is a very famous comedian, is playing Satan.
Wow.
Yes.
Just casually.
I mean,
That's so disgusting.
I'm not going to say, okay, so
What are you
we
gonna
did a
say?
show years ago that was not well received at Overshadowed. It was based on the short story The Devil and Daniel Webster by Stephen Vincent Benet.
Ooh.
And in it, somebody sells his soul to the devil because he wants to pay off his riches. Have you
Okay.
ever heard it? Yeah.
Drastically different agendas.
And right.
Oh my
and then
goodness.
the lawyer in town, Daniel Webster,
yes.
argues for the soul
Yes.
of Jabez
Yes.
Stone.
Yes.
So I know at that particular time I had to have somebody play the devil.
Sure.
Because otherwise the story wasn't going to work. And interesting about that, we actually had a jury that was made up of 6 and 6. And then we picked somebody in the audience that sat on the stage for the second act. And that person would be the one who would vote and break the tie.
Stop it. That's cool.
Every night that we did it, there was only one night that somebody said, guilty, send him to hell.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
And every night we asked them, why didn't you vote? Because he's guilty. He sold his soul. And they said, I could never send anybody to hell. Wow. It was a really powerful show. It was really powerful.
But that's like the stark difference between you're casting someone as Satan for what reason? To bring someone to the awareness, the Reba awareness of, I'm scared of hell. Like, hell is real. Demons are real.
Right.
Like, Satan
Not
is
just
a prowling lion in this world.
Seeking who he can devour. Devour people. And what are we doing that we're not outraged?
We're making comedy out of it.
Yes. Wow. It's horrible. So I think that Disney is trying to portray evil, witchcraft, all of this whole demonic realm in a way that they think that you don't have to fight evil.
Yeah.
It's all fantasy. It's all fiction. It's all something that is just pure entertainment. I don't know. I've never been one to write my senators very much. But guys, we need to write Disney. We need to write the Disney Channel. We need to write wherever this show is showing and all these places. And let's tell Disney that they're not going to get any more of our money for this.
I think that's part of it too, like where the cash flow. And I think a lot of people be like, oh, well, your money doesn't mean anything to Disney. It does. Yeah. Like the amount of believers, the amount of Christians, the amount of moms, 1 million moms not sending money to Disney anymore.
Right. That
That's
would make a
affect
difference.
Disney.
That would make a
and
difference.
I think that's the part, like, yes, use your words, but use your dollars too.
Yeah.
100%. And it's not just good enough to shut it off for your own children. I believe that as well, is because the world that your children is going to grow up into, they're going to be surrounded by adults who grew up with this. You know what I mean?
So true.
Right? So you shouldn't want that. So obviously 100% not wanting it for your kids, but then not wanting it for your kids' friends or the people that your kids are going to be.
Just turning off the television is not enough. So just saying, I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah.
Not enough. Where are we really as Christians to allow ourselves to not care and not be offended about this? We really should stop and check our own heart if this does not scare you to death.
Have you seen this trailer?
I actually didn't watch it. I just read the review and I was like,
it's only a minute 51. If we need to stop it, we'll stop it.
Okay.
It starts out very fiery.
Who's that girl? Their shoes should come with a content
This show
warning.
should come with a content warning.
Waist.
Ooh.
Light of the world.
So some are putting this off. Your dad is the devil, and you're the Antichrist.
Come to your father, Damien.
Okay, language.
And this is targeted for 18 through 34, remember?
Hey,
What do you make of this thing?
Ew.
I like things the way they were.
It's a no for me.
It's a no for me too.
The small amount of respect I have for that is they were very honest about their agenda, and they're just going all in. Like they said, they're giving like the middle finger to Christians in every way, shape, or form.
Do you guys really want to be involved with a company who's going to give their middle fingers to Christians?
Right?
That's where we are right now.
So
That's
this is
what
Disney.
we get.
Like this is put out by Disney. That is scary. That's where we are, and that's scary.
All right. So I just in case you think that I'm crazy, that I'm afraid of this kind of stuff, there are a couple Bible verses.
It's biblical.
So I want you to look this up.
And when they say to you, inquire of the mediums and the necromancers who chirp and mutter, should not a people inquire of their God? Should they inquire of the dead on behalf of the living, to the teaching and to the testimony? If they will not speak according to the word, it is because they have no dawn. They will pass through the land greatly distressed and hungry. And when they are hungry, they will be enraged and will speak contemptuously against their king and their God and turn their faces upward.
So obviously this is warning against participating in anything with witchcraft or consulting a medium or
Yeah.
somebody with that kind of magic.
Yeah.
Look at Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 through 11.
And I also love that it's like they're going to be angry. And I love like that show.
Yeah.
That wasn't giving me
Yeah.
good vibes.
No.
That was giving me anger.
Definite anger.
All right. Deuteronomy 18, 10 through 11. There shall not be found among you anyone who burns his own son or daughters as an offering. Anyone who practices divination or tells fortunes or interprets omens or a sorcerer or a charmer or a medium or a necromancer or one who inquires of the dead. For whoever does these things is an abomination to the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord your God is driving them out before you.
Wow. So all of this, I want to know. Let me read my horoscope. Let me go to a fortune teller. Let me open a fortune cookie and
Honestly,
read
or even
it.
like TikTok, it's like this letter is going to be your future husband, and then he like does something, and then it's like an A, and you're like, oh my gosh, I know a guy named Aaron. Like those, that's like it's
Yeah.
we joke about it,
Yep.
but that's fortune telling. That's like
Right.
these people are an abomination. That's not a small word, an abomination to the Lord. I mean, it's not a small word in
It's
general.
like 5
Okay,
syllables.
the one word I didn't know, divination.
Oh, okay. Divination, the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means.
Ew. Okay.
So, I mean, Ouija boards.
I don't know the word, but I know the practice. Like
Yeah.
seriously.
Seek God, people.
Amen.
And if you do that, the rest of this stuff will be disgusting to you.
Amen.
It really will.
Amen. And we hope this is disgusting to you. We hope that this
Yeah.
is not a show or a movie that you want to go see.
Don't tell us if you like it and you watch it and you don't think
This-
I mean,
this is a
really
please
this is one of
don't.
those things.
These are-
Please don't like if you do
These
that.
are 2 thumbs down
2 thumbs
in every
down.
shape or form.
I don't even want you to watch it and give the likes to Disney. Let's just don't do it.
Yeah, write in,
Yeah.
unsubscribe to things, but subscribe to us.
Not to us. Don't unsubscribe us.
Subscribe to us. But yeah, I would greatly encourage, put your money where your mouth is, write to people, talk about it. I think this is a good discussion.
Yep.
When you're talking with people, be like, oh, so have you heard about Disney? Have you heard what they're doing?
Yeah.
Just talk about it. I think bringing awareness.
This actually makes more sense to me than other things that I've heard lately. This is an outrage.
Yeah.
This is not okay.
Yeah.
So we'd like to ask you to really stand up and be counted against Disney on this.
Join us.
Thank you so much for joining us again today.
Yep. Amen. And until next time,
This is just me
and me
talking to you from the wings.